Illumina would be the first to say, we could have never done it without NHGRI, and NHGRI would say, we could never have done it without Illumina or PacBio or any of them. It was a beautiful example. By the way, until the pandemic, I used to always say that I think, and I'm being egotistical, I think the best example of technology development that NIH has ever supported that's been transformative is our technology development coming out of our institute in DNA sequencing. You know, and then mRNA vaccines came along during the pandemic, and NIH got a lot of credit for that, and it saved the world. And so, all right. So maybe we tied for first, but whatever. In any case, I'll tell you one other really interesting thing, because we went through this exercise to really hammer home the point that it's not we versus them. This is fully collaborative. We haven't gone through this exercise for about 4 or 5 years, but about 4 or 5 years ago, somebody went through the intellectual exercise of taking an Illumina-based DNA sequencing instrument and intellectually ripping it apart with respect to the patents that go into that instrument, go into the upstream workflow and all the chemistry, and go into all the downstream things. So anything associated with sequencing DNA on an Illumina machine, and I forgot what it was. There were like 98 patents that were required.
Right.
And I think out of those like 98 patents, something like 97 of them were patents that had connections back to NHGRI grants.
Cool.
So, again, I'm not going to take credit for producing that box, but I will take credit for a lot of the micro advances that then led to intellectual property and patents that could then be cobbled together by a company like Illumina to actually put out a product. So to